Hey guys, it's Kyle from InvestorShare. I'm going to show you what's going on in the charts. We do have a break yet that may be imminent, hopefully to the upside, but we're prepared for both directions. Um, but yeah, let's dive into it. I'm going to show you, potential trades, hopefully on more than just Bitcoin. But yeah, let's dive into it and see what we can find. All right, so right now we can see that we have a continuation pattern forming. We got some buy pressure is coming in with a low amount of volume, and that's actually a sign of a strong form of reversal in the macro, by the way. Like volume 101, if the volume is low but the price actually is going up, is a sign of a reversal. So if we zoom out a little bit, we can see that we have, we broke out of this formation right here, and we're slowly coming up towards the target, which is around 21,760. We may not reach this target because of this area of interest that could keep us trapped within this price action. So we'll probably go up here and get a lot of sideways price action here. And then maybe we'll have this play out as a giant double bottom right here after we break this neckline, and then we can enter it as a long. That's more of the macro scale. We're going to look closer for a potential, short-term trade, but the longer-term trade that we can hopefully play off of, if we find support off this neckline, we could see Bitcoin go to around 24,600. Now, if I zoom in, I'm just going to get rid of all that scribbles I did on the chart here. I'm going to go into the 15-minute chart. So we entered off of this, small little formation here, got to the target, and now it's starting to form like a larger version of the same formation. So basically, a stronger continuation pattern. The technical target for this formation is 21,200. However, it is a strong level of interest. So look roughly around 21,100. So we will have to take profits a little bit sooner. You always want to try to undercut these areas of interest, like get out before the masses do, because they're going to have limit orders here. And if you're a busy person and you have to use limit orders and you can't just enter out through a market order, you should always try to undercut it as much as you can to make sure you're out of position before everyone else. Because even if you had, your limit order set where everyone else's is, if you were, if you set your limit order last, for example, they have to fill everyone else's limit orders before it fills yours. And it would suck if you were right exiting at that place, but all the previous limit orders got filled first before yours, and the price started going down against you, and you weren't able to get out of your position. So always undercut the masses. Now, there's a little W formation. The W formations are known as reversal formations, so they are technically bullish no matter how they come into form, but they're a lot more stronger right after a large drop. This is right after a large pump, so it may not play out the way we want it to, but we can trade it off this formation here. So what we want to wait for first is a break to the upside, obviously. Wait for candles to close outside of the formation. Then wait for our retracement, some form of wick, and then enter off of the retracement. And when you see that support bounce, and then you can ride it up to the target, roughly around 21,200. But like I said, undercut. Now, if we ended up going to the downside, you'll see something like this come down, rejection off of this uptrending level of support, and then you would enter the short position. Watch out for the area of interest here and see if we get a bounce. If we don't get the bounce, then you can continue in your trade for the technical target around 19,700. The potential gains for either direction will be roughly around 3.4%. If you're using leverage, a maximum around like 34%, because I wouldn't recommend using more than 10x leverage on any of these trades. Most of my signals are based off of using 10x leverage or less. I usually use a lot less leverage now that I've built enough capital where I don't need to use leverage. But for those who have smaller accounts, using leverage is appropriate for building your account large enough so you don't have to use risk anymore. The one thing you should look out for if we end up breaking to the downside is what could end up happening is we might get the bounce early, roughly around here from this local level of support. And if we get the bounce, this may play off as a W formation right here, and then we can enter off this W formation if it doesn't happen before our next video. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much everything for Bitcoin. Nothing really big to report on. And if it ends up continuing going to the upside, then awesome. We can enter along here. I prefer that. I'm still in a long position from around here, and if I could ride this up and raise my stop loss further into the profit zone, that'd be great. And then we can take profits roughly around the area of interest, at least some of them. If we find another continuation pattern around here, then we can just wait for that continuation pattern to play out. If it breaks to the downside, then you can exit your position. If it breaks to the upside, then you can stay in your position and raise your stop loss even further, riding it as much as you possibly can. Let's check out another asset. So we were looking at Theta. It looks like, actually during the time of recording this video, it has hit the technical target that we were looking at from this broadening wedge formation. And so I can get rid of this. It looks like we're still getting some price action to be above it. If I zoom out a bit, we can see that Theta is actually building a bit of a W formation as well. And we're about to have the breakout for the W formation right here. Now if we get the breakout, we need to see price action above this neckline, come back down and retest it as support, and then we can enter a long position if you're still not in this long position. And for the technical target for this W, this is a conservative target. It's going to be roughly around $1.37.5. If we pull out the VPVR, we'll see if there's any areas of interest we need to look out for. So the one thing you got to look out for when it comes to the VPVR is you always want to make sure you have enough price action for it to pull data. Because whatever's on your chart, that's what you're going to see in the VPVR. So we would have, little take profit zones, nothing really strong. So we got a little area of interest here we need to look out for, and a little area of interest here that we need to look out for. So we got two take profit zones. If you start seeing a reversal around this first take profit zone, then I would, exit your position, obviously, like a double top formation. If you want to take partial profits here, which I normally do, I normally close about half my position so I can mathematically equate how much it would cost me with my stop loss. So that way, if we do hit my stop loss after taking my profit, then no matter what, I'll end up breaking even. That's assuming I'm not looking at my charts, but if I see a double top formation that will give me a technical target that will hit my stop loss, then I'll just close my position. Now, if we find support around here, obviously, we can stay in our position, and then we can close most of our position around the second take profit, because we don't always hit the technical target. The technical target is in confluence with a lot of resistance. So if I pull the horizontal ray tool, you can see that there was resistance here, here, support here, resistance and support here, support here, support here, support here, support here. So we know that this is going to be an important area that we need to look out for. So when price action gets around here, there's probably going to be people, the professional traders are going to undercut this as much as they can. And roughly around this VPVR area, we should be taking our profits. That's everything for Theta, guys. So congratulations on your profits for this trade. I know there's some people that made a few $1,000s off this trade within the community, so congratulations. That's awesome. It's a very easy trade. Let's see if we can find another one for Cardano. So with Cardano, we're looking at the 15-minute chart as well. We can see that we broke out above this heart line right here, and now we found support on the heart line. So now things are looking bullish inside of this bearish formation. If we end up breaking above this, we find support off of this uptrending level of support here, then if we pull a conservative target, let's see where Cardano is going. around 49 cents, 49.7, and that's close to the confluence of this downtrending level of support resistance right here. So what could end up happening is this will give some momentum to retest this resistance if we, see continuation pattern, which is common around areas of resistance. It's also very common to see, reversal formations like a double top like we have over here. So whatever formation we have here, it's going to help define whether or not we're going to break out of this macro formation. If we end up breaking this macro formation, then awesome. During our next TA Today episode, I'll let you know the technical target for this formation, but we don't have to worry about it unless we get there. But, yeah, it's looking great for Cardano. There's a lot of bullish news coming up for Cardano as well. And despite what's happening with the DXY pumping, we're getting a lot of bullish price action with crypto. And normally when the DXY pumps, crypto goes down, but we're still building support. People are buying into crypto right now after seeing that we're finally getting away from these low levels around like 19,000. When we're above 20,000, people get a lot more confident in Bitcoin because that's a strong level of interest. So it makes sense for people to be buying right now, and we're not even really getting that exhausted when it comes to the RSI. But yeah, guys, if you guys got any questions about Theta, Cardano, or Bitcoin, or even the DXY, you can reach out to me in the Discord, and I'll do my best to help you out. Things are looking great, but you still got to prepare for the worst. Sophisticated traders are always prepared for the breakout, and you react. You don't be proactive in the market. You always have to be reactive. But yeah, guys, this is everything. This is usually longer than what I normally do for recording. I was basically just doing the technical analysis. While doing this, I wasn't prepared or anything like that. But yeah, guys, please subscribe. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers as soon as possible. We're at about 715. We're growing. It's looking great. I appreciate you guys for watching. You have yourself an amazing day. Thank you.